Okay, so you guys can have it on YouTube. Thank you.
Thank you.
Um, let me close this one. Yeah. Okay. So everything should works fine until now. So let's see. Check it out. So if I click this, so now no errors, and that shows good, but something happened. So because uh, we have a console log here, but it didn't show it up. So let's see what happened. So I'm gonna say try catch, and I'm gonna just pat like wrap everything here and say console log and error. And now I'm just gonna add one more, try one more time, and I clicked it, and we got item, and we got the checkout item from here. That's a good thing. And for verification, so I'm gonna add in my render. So I'm gonna just add this and mm, console log checkout, which is we save in oops checkout. So let's see. As you guys see, we have a checkout and which is contain our line item, and line item has a quantity tree. That's a good. So let's refresh this again. So because because we just save it in a state, and then anytime we refresh the app, so state is going to be disappear. So there is a couple solution. We can use Redux, we can use a local storage to save our data. And so for today, so later we're gonna implement the local storage approach. Then you guys can see it. For now, it just we have a look nothing here. So we have checkout is null. So let's see how we can generate it. So I'm gonna just add 3 items to the checkout, to the cart and checkout. So we see we log it, and then everything was successfully happened. So that's good. So now we want to go update checkout. So how we can do that? So if you remember, so we add this condition here in the button. So we say every time the each checkout has item, checkout has item, checkout has item is so like should be checkout has item. So this should be good. I think checkout has item is checkout has item. Just checking, fixing this. Okay. So see, anytime this has item, and it means we're running this one. And anytime doesn't have item or the checkout is empty, we are calling this one. So right now we know add item to cart works fine. So we're gonna implement a logic for update checkout. So let's refresh this one because we changed something and I don't want to be those broken. So let's refresh it again and test it out. I'm gonna add 2 this time, and all item is there, so that's a good. Now let's go. So let's go click on update checkout here. So so as I said, so we have to go to the line items and check it out and find this product, and then we get the ID of this line item, this ID, and the passive value to it. So for example, we're going to say, okay, I want to buy, update this item, this line item with this ID, and the number going to be 5 or 6 or 2 or 1, whatever. So for doing that, let's see. We have a checkout. So we have a checkout here. and say line item is equal to yeah, so we're gonna say checkout dot line so line items dot for so let's see how we can do that. Filter, and then we're gonna say, and this one is accepting function, and then we can say line item, and then say line item is equal to product dot title. Sorry, say line. So what do you say? So we are checking in line item. So what will happen, like if you add two different product to your cart, so you don't know which one is index. So we cannot use the index. So what we do is we search through these items, and then we find which one is the actual item we have. So we matching it with the title, and then we're getting the ID of that. So let's see, like line item is equal to the, oh, so let's see, this one should be like that. Okay, so now let's check it out. Const line items is equal to that. So I don't want to do anything for now. I just want to see line items, say CLG and line item. And now let's add to cart.
Your name is wrong
Line item
because
is
the
not
name is,
defined.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So if I click on it, so you see we have one object here, and that one is the object we wanted. So our filter works. It doesn't matter how many items we have. This is going to be our item. So what we're going to do now, maybe we can do this. I believe we can do that and then get the object out of it. And if I click on it, so we got the object index 0 of it, because we always have one item, right? So now let's do this, and I have my checkout item, and now I'm doing this and say line item dot id. So let's log this one now, CLG, and line item ID do you want to see, and also I want to check my checkout ID. Okay, so let's see, click on it, and you see we have two things. So first first element is ID, which is line item ID, and the quantity we want to pass, and also we have checkout ID. So now let's enable, bring back our code to update. So we're gonna use async await again. So we say async, and because async, I love to catch error, any error happen. So what I'm just gonna do, wrap everything inside that, and then gonna console log my error. So you can just do alert or anything you like, but for now we just do console log because that's not important. And right now we have this. So we're gonna say client. We're gonna say const checkout is equal to client dot checkout dot update line items, and you need to pass a checkout ID as a first argument, and second argument is going to pass your line items to update. So let's see, let's change this one to update, and line item to update, line item to update, and line item to update. So now we got this, and now we're gonna just say const, maybe say checkout temp check, temporary check. Checkout is, can you see this? And then we say, for let's console log it for some console log and parse data, and then we pass just temp checkout to it. So that should be fine. Let's see, test it out one more time. So I'm gonna just make this 8 times 8 items, and then click on add to cart. So you say line item to add is not defined somewhere. I didn't change it. So this one, I'm gonna change this into this, and this one was okay. So now I have 8 items in my cart, and I'm clicking it, and my checkout, my update works, and I didn't get any error. And now let's check it out in our cart. Sorry, in the checkout. So I'm gonna just click on this one, and I have one item in my checkout. So I'm gonna check it and see we have a quantity of 8 there. This is what we wanted. That's a good. And so that should be good. And now, so if I refresh this, what will happen? So first of all, our checkout is gone. Second one, we don't have any, because we don't have a checkout, we don't have any item to it. And if we do that again, so we're gonna just say from beginning. So the user, we don't want the user to feel like that, and then for any reason they refresh, they have to do order everything again. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use a local storage for saving our data. So let's see how we can do that. First of all, sorry, just yeah. Um, so how we can do that? Very simple. I would love to make another two function for myself and call them const get data from storage, and I'm gonna call it that, and you see, and I have key, and this one gonna just return this one for me. So parse and sorry, JSON dot parse, and then we have a window dot local storage. Maybe we can say const storage is equal to window dot local storage, and then we say storage dot get items and then key. And same thing we're gonna have for saving data to the storage. Set data to storage, and this one accept key and data. But here we have a set item, and we have a key, and we have JSON dot stringify and data. Simple. So when you save a data, so you need to stringify a data and then save it in storage. And when you're getting it, you need to parse it with the JSON.parse in order to have a correct format, reusable format in the JavaScript. So let's see. So we have our two helpers set up here, and now I'm gonna do set data storage. So let's see. So okay, and So anytime in add to item to cart, I want to save this my checkout, save my checkout to the storage, right? So we have our add to item to cart, and we have this, we're getting data and then we're creating data, and at the end I'm gonna just say that and pass key. I want to pass name it to the checkout, and then we pass our checkout data. So simple. This is gonna run this function, and here we're gonna save the data to the local storage with the key of checkout. Simple. So let's see how it works. So I'm gonna refresh the page. So to check the local storage is simple. You need to go to the application tab, and then click on a local storage, and then the address you are in. I click on it, and you see I have some ID here right already. So I'm gonna just remove it, and now I don't have anything here. So I'm gonna refresh the page. Still I don't have anything here. So I'm gonna just add 2, 3, 4 item. And now as you see here, we have this checkout added to the storage. And if you want to see at the bottom, you can see the value of what it is, the parsed version of it. Yeah, I don't know if I can make it up. Yeah. And you see we saved our checkout successfully in the cart. So in sorry, in the local storage. So now let's go. So one more thing is coming here. Uh, so you don't want to create the checkout every time you adding the product. So maybe you are in this product, and then you navigate into another product, and then you add that item to the new product to your cart, and also you have an item in your cart. So you don't want to create a new checkout for it. So what you're gonna do, because you're gonna use that, right? So for doing that, instead of like checkout.create, here we're gonna just say if we have get data from storage, like that, and then I'm passing my checkout key. Simple. So if I have data, instead of creating it, sorry, just getting else statement. So we say if I have a data in my storage, so you don't create new one, you just just grab the data from local storage and reuse that. So for doing that, I'm just gonna move this const and check out at the top, and then I'm passing make it null. And now here I'm saying we say check out this is equal to this. Very simple. And I'm removing this part. Okay, so now we handle that case if you go to the different product, and if you have that you already have item in your checkout, so you're not gonna create new one or rewrite new one. So that's a good thing. And so already we're gonna use that, and then we're gonna add the product to the checkout. So that's good. Okay. So in for update checkout, so we need, so here we loading the checkout from the state. So but we need to update our checkout here at the top. If if someone's come to this page and refresh the page, and we have some item here. For example, right now, let's see, fix that solution, fix that problem for now. So here I have item in my cart, but it doesn't show anything here. And now if I click on this add to cart, it's going to be add new one. But I have this item already in my cart. So to fix that, I have to just somehow catch that card and update my state and say, okay, I have some item in the cart, so do not create one. Or I have that, instead of go to the add item to cart, go to the add, sorry, update the cart. So what I'm gonna do is at the top, I'm gonna just import use effect, and I think I have some, yeah. So I have imported here use effect. So, so use effect is kind of like a life cycle for your functional component. So you can use it here, and the top of your root level of your uh, function or component, and that's technically doing like, so there is a different stage of the use effect, so you can use it. So I don't want to go detail on that, but so for now, we want to say anytime this component mount, and for the one time, for just one time, do not when the component is refreshed, so you don't want to run it again. So say like, okay, the first time is kind of like usage of the component did mount, and you're gonna say for first time when you the component mount, and get the data from the checkout from the local storage if there is data, and update my state with it. So very simple. And for doing that, we're gonna say use effect, and a use effect has accept a parameter like that. Two parameters. First one is a function which is running it, and the second one is we calling a side effect or dependency of it. And very simple. So use effect accept the dependency, and then say you can say run this function again if, for example, checkout is updated. The value of checkout is updated, you call again this use effect and run it again. But when you don't want to do that, and then you just want to run it for first one time, and or if you are familiar with the class from class components, so it means we call it that component did mount, and so it's the equivalent of component did mount. Say like, okay, when the component load, you just run it one time, and if the component is updated, you don't care about it. So for doing that, and also because I want to use the window, because I want to use the we are in the server side, and then in the server side rendering, we don't have a window on the server, right? So what we're gonna do is wrap. We put a condition here. We say if the type of window is not equal to undefined. So this makes sure you are in the client side. It means when the browse it's running in the browser. Okay, so and this one will prevent to throwing error in the website. So and then we're gonna say get get data from storage. Const my maybe say const temp data temp checkout is equal to get data when then is pass checkout. And now I'm gonna just console log this temp checkout to see what we got. So now for seeing that, you just need to go to the console and refresh the page. As you see, I log. Let me see. Maybe I just can add some extra log here to see. This is use effect log, and I'm refreshing the page again. And you see here we have this is use effect log, and we have our checkout items, and everything is good. So now we have this. We need to update our state with it. So for doing that, I'm gonna say const maybe set checkout, and then we say temp checkout. And so one thing is like it's a possible if we don't. Um, I'm not sure what will happen. Actually, let's check it out if it's show error or not. So I'm gonna clean my storage, local storage, and I'm gonna refresh the page, and I'm gonna see here what will happen. So this is use effect log, and then we have a null. That's a good. And now I set up this. Yeah. So now you're gonna say. Actually, we don't need to say anything. Just say set check it out null, and because we our because we have a checkout is null. Okay, that should be good. So now this is up to date, and this is gonna be have run just one time when the component when or mount or the page is load. And now when we have a checkout, this is the number, right? So we want to get, sorry, maybe just do this and do this tree and add it to the cart. Read only checkout items. So where is it? Checkout there. How many place we have? Yeah, so here we have let. Yeah. So let's save it. And now we're gonna add three more items to the cart. Three items to the cart, and click add to cart. And unexpected token you in a JSON, so that should be fine. But we got this item is fine. We got this item fine. Let's see what is this line. Somewhere we're doing wrong, and that should be set the data to storage, and then it has set checkout, parse data checkout. That should be fine. And then we got the checkout. Just and we have this. So let's refresh the page. Here is fine. And we have set data to storage is checkout, and we have a checkout. That should be fine. Okay. So let's see what we got in the use effect. So in use effect, we got line items. In a line items, we have, sorry, in the use effect, we got the payment data, and we have total, and then we have the line items. And a line items, we have the product information. So now we're gonna do is here in here we're gonna just find the product const product is actually we don't need to do that. We need to update the amount. So we say temp checkout dot line items dot map, and this gonna be should be inside the, yeah. So this one should be like that. If the line items, so we're gonna add this one conditionally running this line, because we don't want to, if we don't have items, we don't have any checkout in item in the cart, and then this we're running this line of the code, it will throw error. So we're gonna check, make sure, okay, this item has a data, and then do this. So for doing that, we just say the line item, and then do this, and it's gonna say align item dot title if is equal to let me see the one thing. And instead of map, because we don't want the value of this, so we're gonna just use for each. And then we have this, so we say if line item is equal to this product dot title, and set amount to line item line item dot quantity. So this should be good, and this is good. Yeah, I need one more. Okay, do you guys have question why I'm doing this? No? Okay. So what I did, when I just opening this page, I'm getting the product, and then I'm getting the I'm finding this product from the checkout, and then I'm updating this value to it. So if I refresh now, and if the code is right, it will shows 4. Now it means we're getting right data from it. If we didn't have that, it will always shows 1, right? So now we want to update it. So let's go to the, so we have the right information here. And one more thing was the condition. Here we had the condition to run add item to cart and update to cart. So we need to update this to in order to our logic works. Here, set amount. When we're setting amount, we're gonna say set set is set checkout has item, and we're gonna set to true, and I'm refreshing the cart, and now I'm adding item to the cart. So I'm updating it. So I'm just making 1. And now if I check my item in the cart, and if I go to the line items and 0 here, you're gonna see we have 1 quantity. That's what we wanted. So I just made a 6. Now I'm gonna add more. So now I'm gonna check the value here, line items, and I have 6 here. That's good. So let's refresh the page to see what's happened. We're still seeing a 4. Why we're seeing 4? Is anyone can guess?
Why what? Sorry.
Why do we see 4 here? And what did you miss? So I'm updating the items to be 9, right? And right now, when I refresh the page, it still shows probably 4. But if I go to the checkout, mm, and here you see we have 4. But if I do 5, 6, and you see my latest cart has 6 here, 6 item in it.
Mm,
What did we miss?
maybe sum them.
Sorry, what?
Sum, like add them.
We our logic works, but the only thing we didn't do it is when we updating the checkout. When we updating checkout, we didn't save any value. We didn't update our local storage.
Mm,
Our local storage is still the old one. But the cart ID is correct. Everything is correct. But these line items and the value of it, like a payment, like an amount and stuff, is not correct. So for doing that, we're just gonna say here and say set data to storage, and then pass checkout, and then we're gonna pass our temp
You have wrong function.
checkout. Oh yeah, you are right. What is the name of it? Set data to storage. Thank you. So we're gonna use that, and then we're gonna say set data to storage, and we're gonna pass our temp storage. That should be good. So let's see. So yeah, we have storage, and then JSON dot parse this one, that's string 5. Should be the storage. That should be good. Okay, let's see. So now I'm gonna update it to 14, and then I'm gonna get it, and oh, I have something wrong. So let's refresh it one more time. But the 14 works. Interesting. I got some error here, so let's see what it is. So interesting. It's saving a data correctly, um, saving a data correctly in my local storage, which is good. We can fix that one. I think I need to parse. I need to parse data. Oh wait. Yeah. So I need to. Yeah. So I think I forget to parse the data somewhere. Set the data to storage here at 13 quad. Yeah, I think I need to parse and stringify it first, and then save it to the storage. Um, so what I can see is set data to storage. First of all, I don't need to get data, and because we want to set, we don't need it, so we say JSON parse, and it's gonna be something like this. So JSON.parse, JSON.stringify, and yeah. So we need to JSON.parse, JSON.stringify. Wait, do we need to do that? We don't need to parse everything. So we need to stringify the value to database. Yeah, that should be good. So let's see. Yep, now works. So that error is fixed. That's a good thing. And now what do we have? So you guys have a lot of data here. So what you can do a lot of things with them. For example, you have subtotal price, you have total price, and anything you want, right? So, and also you have items. So let's go, let me do something. Layout, don't want to do the count for now. I'm just gonna save it. And now if I go to the cart page here, I want to get the data from the cart and show it in the page as we have in our design. Where is the design? Okay, we have this part. I don't know. I want to implement this quantity one because it's gonna take long. So let's do. Maybe we can do that. So let's see. Let's go to the cart page. So that's pretty much everything we need to do with the product page. And so you can do more, like adding more things to it. But for now, I think for this class is enough for now. Let's go to the cart. I'm gonna just remove this one. So what I do is I'm gonna just take these two, and usually what I do is creating a utility directory, and then I'm just gonna another directory called utility or helper, and I'm just like uh, adding this to that file. But for now, because I don't want to go too much to different file and stuff, so I'm just gonna use same. And these two functions I needed, and now I have import use effect. Sorry, I'm gonna use an effect and also use state from React. And here I'm gonna say const again. I'm gonna say checkout and set checkout. Checkout gonna be use state, and then I'm not gonna have anything in it. No. And I have use effect again. So I'm gonna remove this and gonna remove this. And here I'm gonna say same thing again. If type of window is not equal to undefined, and I want to get the data from storage, const checkout is equal to get the data from storage, and then we're gonna pass a key checkout to it, and now set checkout to checkout. So let's see, and then CLG, and I want to say checkout. What do we have in our checkout? So if I refresh this page, in my console log, I have to get my checkout. So I have all information I need for that page. Let me import the style from style component. And now I have some import and typo typography and design, and then we're gonna const paragraph again, graph title text, and is equal to typography. What time is it now? Let's see. We rush. Okay, we have 1 hour. I think is enough. So we have our title. So as you see, we're gonna say, I'm gonna just make a container at the top. Container is equal to style div, and then we're gonna say margin top. We're gonna be 50 pixel, and I'm gonna just do this, and I have h1. So title, and say my cart, and then say level B1. Let's see what we got. Okay, that should be good. Where's that image? Oh, actually, it's your part. Where's the screen? Now we have this list, 3 items. And for that, I just want to show you guys how to use a list from InDesign to make your life easier. And so let's go to the end design right now, and that design, and let's see what we can find there. If I go to the list, should be somewhere here. You see, we have this list and almost identical to what we want, like this one. Basic list, very simple. And maybe this one, we have some, let's see how was the image we had. So we had some actions, some items, maybe not this one. Maybe this one. Yeah, this one is good. Scrolling, loading. But we don't want to scroll. Let's see. We don't want to load more. We're gonna do some. And we have a list, and I'm gonna get the list, and we need the data, and we need the data and everything here. We have. So okay. So now I just copy that code and I put that inside my code. So our data are gonna be our line item. So gonna be checkout dot line items. So you're gonna be if the checkout if the checkout. So we're gonna put the condition because we don't want to get error to show up if we don't have a checkout. So we're gonna pass empty list. If the checkout dot line items, maybe checkout is good. If the checkout line items is its source of data, and then if not, you're gonna have nothing inside of it. And we have a list item meta, and we have avatar. We don't need avatar. We have actually maybe we can add the image here. Image, and then we have src, and then item dot It's gonna be item dot images and gonna index 0 dot src. I believe it's src. So if I go to this tag and then if I go check out my line items and line items 0 index, and here we have variants. Oh, we have variant item that variant image. Okay, so it's a little bit different from the product. So we have line items, and line item has a variant, and a variant that has the image and such. Okay, item that variant and the image variant image dot src. And for now, let's keep this one item dot item dot title. Okay, that should be good. Do we have description? We don't want a description for sure. And let's see. Say in something is wrong somewhere. So we have a list. We got a list. We got a title. We have a container. That should be good. Okay. And so let's see. If I do this and okay, got it back. So something's wrong with my list. Oh, I import the list from typography, which is not correct, and it should be from and design. Okay, so we got it. And you see, like we have very big image, and we don't want it. So like see and set image the width, and it's gonna be 50, and the height gonna be 52, maybe a little bit bigger, 200. Okay, that should be good. So let's see. Let me go to the ad if I can find another product to add to this. Okay, so we have two items in a cart, and we have the name, and the name is linkable right now, but we don't want to be looks like this. So we have a name here, and then we want to make them center line with the image. And at the end, we're gonna have one button to remove the item, and also we're gonna have one number. How much is that line? Okay. So let's see what we got. So this is my checkout, and if I go to the line items, gonna do each item, I have a quantity, and I have a quantity, and I have, what do we need? I have a quantity, I have a title, and I have one subtotal. Do I have such a thing? So inside the variant, I have percentage known, I have price v2. I have this market that didn't. No.
Under the line, there is line item subtotal price, but
I'm looking
is
for it. Inside here.
no, lower, under.
Okay.
No, it's,
No.
it's separate from
Here.
another. Yes,
This one.
yes.
But this one is the total of the entire, right? It's not just for the one item.
Okay, then upper there is line items subtotal price.
Yeah, same thing. So
This is also the total price.
yeah, so it's a line item subtotal price. It's like for all of them, but it should be somewhere. Okay. I think I know. This is the line one. Yeah, I think because this item in a Shopify I put the 0 amount. It doesn't show the amount actual. What is it? But if I go here and then click on this one and then go to the variant, and then if I go to the price v2, I have 600. And if I go to the, so maybe I need to calculate it by myself somewhere. Price, yeah. So I have a quantity and I have the number. How much is it per item? So I can just, maybe I can just calculate it by myself to see like how much is it. That shouldn't be a problem. And then let's do it actually. Let's do it how we can do that. So we have a quantity and we want the quantity and the price value. So let's do it. So let's calculate it. And list item meta. Let's see what it can pass to that. List item meta. List item meta. If I go to the API, list group, list item meta is accept title, description, this one avatar, list item, description is React Node. Okay. Description is React Node. Okay. Description. So means I can pass it here and then say yeah, but I don't want to be here. I just don't need title here. I need this one, and this one gonna be something like this. And it's gonna be level is gonna be 5 and gonna be item dot title. And now I have text, maybe paragraph, now maybe text, another title. And I'm gonna make it level 5, and then I'm gonna say item dot variant dot, so this is going to be price, right? Variant dot price multiply by item dot quantity. Item dot quantity, and this is going to be okay. Typo. And let's see what we got. Okay, so we got the value and this one. So the text is not good, so let's change it to be, let's see if I can make it paragraph, and this one going to be another paragraph. So this one be list item here, comes list item is going to be style.div, very simple. I'm gonna make it simple, say flex, display flex, and justify content gonna be a space between, and at the end gonna be line items center. So direction is column, so we're gonna say flex direction row. Oh, it's a paragraph, that's why. Let's see what I can do. Just control P. List item display flex, justify content space between, align item center, flex direction row. Where's the style?
Just a suggestion, maybe you could try capitalize the list item.
Yeah, that was a problem actually. Thank you. I just noticed here is like small case. It's like, oh, thank you. So we got here, but since we don't have quite size is not correct. Let's see what we get here. This doesn't matter if I pass this one and justify content center. No. This content pass by 50 pixel. So first of all, I do need these two parts. I think should be good. So let's see. This one is justify line item center pixel, maybe 100 pixel. Okay, so if I make this 100 pixel and those are middle, but this one is not middle. So if I did make this Height gonna be 75 pixel. Okay. Let me set the height. You didn't set the height for image, right? Okay. Height gonna be 25, and I'm not gonna set it for now. Okay, so it's center, and let's do. We should be good. So we have this one. I'm gonna say a style, and it has margin right, and I'm gonna say 50 pixel. That's good. And also for the image, I'm gonna say margin left 50 pixel. That should be good. And also, I want to do this image. It's gonna be. Guys, make sure when you use you're adding to a store, you have a same size image, so you don't have to meet problem all the times. So that should be good. Now we have, let's add a $sign before this. And let's make it bold. Font weight gonna be 600. Color be black. Nice. Maybe this one same too for this one. And now let's finish the checkout for the bottom area to see like if you can, if we add the time, we can just add the bottom and add the call calculation and inputs to each card too. For now, we're gonna have another link. Actually, we don't need the link. We just, because we want to transfer the URL, so we have a tag, and we have a tag, and we have ref. For that, we're gonna say checkout dot web URL. And say proceed. What is it? Proceed to checkout and button. Proceed checkout. Proceeded. Proceed. Check out, and let's see, that should be good. Okay, let's click on it. Okay, we are in our shop. You see our item is sold out because we don't have anything inside of it. So let's go change it out. I'm going to my partner account again. I have so many sales, so my item are sold out. Let's see. And if I go to login tab, product, I think that's this one. And the price, where is it? Available 100, maybe 1,000, 10,000, and all product, and this one price gonna be 500, and we have available stock for 500, 500. So now let's check it out. Go back to our store. Actually, I could just refresh our page. So you see, check out the web URL is no. So we're gonna say if the checkout is exist. So we say if here if checkout is no, return something like this. So let's say bring this up, and then I'm gonna say paragraph, and you don't have any item in, and then I have it here. So okay, so let's go back to maybe click on the proceed. Maybe I highlight it now. Okay, so now it's different because my product is inside the cart. So you see now if your shop is activated and then you can accept the payment and you enable everything, so your customers can come here and then start to paying and fill out the form, enter the credit card, and then pay. And now let's go to the home page of our website. So what do you have here? Let me see how much left. Okay, we have 30 minutes, so let's add that button under here. I'm not focusing on the design right now, so you guys can do it by yourself from pretty much CSS pretty easy. And so what we're gonna do is adding two button here, like sorry, input, and then you with that inputs you can just maybe you can remove the item, like you can add. Let's add this one first, and then we can just increase this too. So let's see. Removing line items is this command. So you see in you there. So what I do is coming here at the end of this, and I'm just gonna add. Let me see if I installed it. And these are icons. Yeah, I have. That's good. So let's see. Go to the end design, and then go to the icons. Icons. There's icon here, and I'm gonna say trash can, no? Delete, yeah, delete, and so I'm copying this one, and I'm just gonna be in my cart page, import delete outline on design icon. Now I just use that at the end of this space between, so it should be under here. So here, so we have a small trash can here, so that's good. I'm gonna just add the style to it to be a little bit go to the right. Let me make this one bigger. You guys can see. So style and gonna be. Let me make this one line easier to read. Okay. So now I'm gonna just say margin left, and margin left gonna be 10 pixel. That's nice. So now I'm gonna add an on-click function on it, and also I want to be cursor be pointer. So when I go top of that, yeah, it cannot be empty. So you say remove item, item cart, and now I'm just passing the item to it. I'm passing item to that function. So now I need to go to create my function to remove the item. So const, and I'm making my functions very simple arrow function, and I have my checkout ID. And now I just go here and grab the code removing line item, and I'm pasting here. So checkout IDs come from the checkout ID, so we have it available in state. And line item IDs to remove, okay, item. So as you see, we pass the item to this function, So this item is contained the data for that item. So what I do is, so you can, this one is a list, so it means you can pass multiple items to it. And let's see what it is. You can just say item dot ID. I believe that we have it. So okay, if we save this, so we don't need to do anything here. That should be fine. Or maybe we need to save, update that. Yeah. So we say same thing. So anytime we do checkout is equal to this and await. And now we just need to set data to storage and then pass our checkout to update our checkout. And also we want to update our set checkout to be parse data and checkout. Should be fine. Do we have this here? I have it. This one I have it. And I think I need one more thing from here, this parse data. And that should be good now. Wait didn't work because we need to make this function async. Okay, so now let's click on this and then see what will happen. So we say checkout.id is not ID of undefined. For some reason, this checkout doesn't have ID. Why? So let's see CLD and checkout. And now let's click on it again. And we don't have checkout. Interesting. So checkout.
Don't you need to use the await there? No, you're using async.
Wait, where? No, this one is called, right? So the problem is this checkout here is undefined. Like this checkout here is undefined. I don't know why. So let's see. I am here. Yeah, if you don't need this value there, you don't need to wait for it, right? So we don't want to get any value from this function, so we don't need to wait. But this using this async, so it's allow us to use await inside this area. But, but our problem is right now this checkout doesn't have any data, so let's find it out why we don't have it. That's interesting problem. If I check it out here. So we have a checkout here, right? This checkout has a value. Here we have a checkout.id is available. Checkout.id is here. So when I click on this, and then this one is fine, but this one is undefined. For some reason, this checkout is not available inside this function, which is weird. Let me see. What I can do is just very simple. So this is going to be hacked. I don't like it, but we can do this. Pass a checkout to the function, and we getting it from as a parameter here. Okay. So now let's test it out. Did I change something? Checkout has already defined.
You have to.
Checkout is already
Line 44.
What? Let me see. Maybe I can do that. Check. So maybe we can do this. Yeah. So let's see. Okay. So now we're gonna click on this, and we're gonna client is not defined. Okay, that makes sense. So import client from and Shopify and Shopify. So now I click. Again, parse data is not defined, right? I'm pretty sure order, my product. So parse data is not. Oh, is it parse data? Okay. So that's it again. Let's do that again. Click on it. So this fill is removed the first time we did it. So technically, this one is not exist in our checkout because when we run it, there was an error and then that happened. So let's fix that one. So I'm going to show you something fetching checkout. and do what you're gonna do is here in a instead of here. So what I'm gonna do is running this. This gonna be so can do that. So I'm gonna just remove this one. For this one, we just one time we're gonna update our checkout data with this one, and then checkout is equal to get data, set checkout, that one, and also this one with checkout. So this checkout response, and this one's gonna be here. Yeah, that should be good. Checkout ID is not defined. So let's see. Oh, check out this one ID. So we get data from storage. Check out ID. Okay, so technically I just because our data was in local storage was corrupted, so I just fetched data from checkout from the API, and I did my local storage with this data. And so which is maybe this is better to have it here to always have latest in the checkout. So that's good. So let's keep this one actually. So this button works. Let's click it. Yay, we got it. So we have proceed to checkout. We don't have any data, so we're just going to be if so we're going to add one more condition here, and then say proceed to checkout if this doesn't have length. Very simple. If I is bigger than 0, so yes. I want to see it because of my cart is empty. And now let's go to home page. Let's go to this one, click on the product, and add some product to the cart. Title only at 7123, typography, title. So what do you have? Oh, we got some error. So we removed the item, but we didn't update our state. So here, so what's happened here? We shouldn't have any data here. Somehow this didn't work. Set data to storage. Set data to storage, can set item stringify, JSON to stringify. Maybe I can do same thing, and I just copy this line here, and instead of this one. Can do this. Checkout that ID is not there. Then put checkout. It's gonna be this one. Still I have item in my. How come I have? I don't have item here, but here I have item. That's interesting. Maybe that line of code didn't work. So here is a client is equal to data.fetch temp.checkout ID, and we have a response set. Oh, we have set checkout, but I don't set data to search. Okay, yeah. So in the cart, we set to checkout here, but I don't see the path, the key. Checkout. So now this should be fixed the problem with the remove the item. It didn't remove it from storage. Actually, not this one. It's this one. Okay. So now let's update this part too. And then so we have this. So let's go here and updating it. So everything's fixed now. So if we go to item and I go to my cart, I have 2 items here in my cart, and then what's going on with my screen? And if I remove it, it's removed. So now if I go to the home page, and if I go to the cart, I have a 0 item here. That's good. So now I'm adding 5 to cart. And now I go to the cart. I have 5 items. So I'm just going back to the home and again to that item. So I have to see 5 items in my cart. Yep, that's pretty much. And now if I go to the cart and I don't see checkout ID, I don't know why this time didn't give it to me. See, sometimes you shouldn't test too much. When you test too much, you're gonna find a bug. Oh god. So let's see, like what we got here in use effect. So this checkout doesn't return any data. Why? Let's see. CLD checkout. Some problem with the parsing the data from Shopify. Yeah, it's didn't returning no. Return no. So if it's return no, don't do anything. And do this if checkout. If checkout. Do this. Some problem with my tokens happen. Okay, so we have this problem with the choke. This one is signed no. Some reason. Okay, let's see. And then we go to the snag, and if I say, no, to do with this part. Okay, if say temp checkout which with catch. Okay. So now that bug fixed. So we got checkout right here, should be good. So if I go to the cart page, I have my cart page. If I refresh the page, I shouldn't see any problem. And if I remove it, go removed, and then if I go to the home page, now if I go to this cart, yeah, that's perfect. Everything's worked fine.
On the cart page, there is no link to proceed.
How come? So let's add one product. Oh, so it's here. So we say we check out the line items is bigger than 0. Show this. Should be something, right? Yeah, just and just maybe you can just check it out what's going on, but yeah, should be fine. So you click and you got this nice checkout. That's pretty much everything, guys. I hope you guys liked it, this tutorial. And then I'm pretty sure you guys can do some more styling to it, add more some styling. And we are, what do you guys think? You know, you guys were silent, right? As a programmer, so you guys have to talk more and ask more questions. And don't be shy. When you go to the work, actual work, maybe probably 6 months later and stuff. So you guys gonna have a lot of talks with your coworkers, right? So ask questions.
Can I ask one question about using list?
About what?
Using ant design.
Yeah, sure, of course.
I could like use an icon, but I tried to use a list, and
List?
then I had an error.
You
List.
try to use list.
Yeah.
This one?
Yes. And do I need to put like some, like do I need to import or
Yeah.
install something?
No, for the list, you need to import it from top, right? So here I imported from end design.
Mm-hmm.
and then I just use it in the page. So you make sure you need to pass a data source or data you have. It shouldn't be null. It should be empty or list or actual data. And whatever you have here, you're gonna show it. So it's simple. Very
Mhm.
simple. Like you go to the basic one, the basic version of it. Like maybe this one, basic.
Mhm.
Go here, and you see like you have list and have avatar. So data it should be like that. Right now, this data has just title. So in the page, you just in the inside the list, inside render list, this area, render item area, you just have item dot title. And then you don't have any other information. And that's pretty much everything. So you have horizontal and you have vertical. So horizontal is going to be top of each other like that, and then you have horizontal like this one.
Mhm. Okay, I will try again. Thank you.
Try again. The Amazon is pretty good. We use it for a lot of. I use it for a lot of projects. So
Mhm.
maybe like six or seven, maybe six, seven project, actual big project I use it for the client base. But
Okay. If I want to use another like a card or badge or like avatar, I just can use import and import example import avatar from
yeah,
Entity.
yeah, like this.
Okay. Okay.
You have to import it and then you can use it. So in a React is the component, right? So it's kind of like component, like when you write in your components, right? So in order to use them, you have to import it. Otherwise, it will be undefined or not defined. So you importing it and then you passing it. But if you want to be like what parameters or what props you can pass to each component, so always you go to that, for example, API at the end section, so you can see what you can pass. For example, this avatar can alt, gap, icon, shape, size, SRC set,
Mm,
draggable on arrow. So I don't know which one is draggable,
mm,
but this one is probably has a tooltip something. Yeah, it has a tooltip. It shows like that, and this one has change user. This one is responsive size and with budge, um, different type. Yeah.
mm. And you sometimes you use like style equal like square no bracket.
Mm-hmm.
And is that in a CSS maybe? And
Like
oh no, it was like inside of return,
mm-hmm.
like in the element.
In which way?
Uh,
She meant inline
Oh,
oh
styling.
inline style. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like this one.
yes, it is. Yeah. So sometimes you use it, but you told us like you don't need to. You don't. Yeah. You shouldn't use it usually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because of like MTD, you use it in this code.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's really depends to yourself how you want to use it or not. Sorry guys, I think I have to call this. But it's really depends to you. I use it because I want to be short on a time. I didn't want to be like I spend too much go up and down to create the style and then the style component for each of them. So
Mm,
that's why it was like kind of like easier and faster to do it.
yeah.
And otherwise I have to create its own kind of like its own style component at the top, and then I put all those value here, right? So I found that like maybe it's like a little bit confusing when I'm teaching to you guys, so that's why I just put it here, but
Mm,
I try to avoid it. And also I want to teach you like you guys like see how you can import the style, how you can style your element with the style inline style.
mm.
So that was the reason. Like we try to use different methods, different techniques to do and cover everything at least regards to more. Right.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Answering.
No worries. I think I'm gonna finish this meet studies class, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And you can find me on LinkedIn and anytime. And if you have any question, you can ask me. It's good. And if you made probably you guys are gonna make this app for yourself. And if you made it, please ping me in a link on LinkedIn and then say what you did. I want to see what you guys did, to be honest. And I'm gonna push the code up right now. Date and okay, everything is up. Cool. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Ali.
Thank you very much for the course, for everything.
No worries, no worries. I hope you guys like it. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
It was
Bye-bye.
great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too, guys.